this is a weekly love reading for Libra, and yeah, I had a tickle in my throat, sorry. I do have spiritual AF cards for you. I'll start with those first, and I do have a writing prompt for you listed down below if you're writing a journal and you kind of need some guided, writing tips or prompt or anything. I did put something down below, and your prompt for the week is not for the faint of heart, ... okay? Or something similar to that. I don't remember all my writing prompts. But it was something like that. It helps to write down your feelings about that, or how you see certain things and view certain things, so that you can better understand yourself and where you're coming from on certain issues and how you react to certain things, okay? And it helps more than you probably know, because how you take on certain things, other people may not, and vice versa, and that's how you get triggered, offended, and stuff like that. So it would help just to vent your feelings on certain issues, so then you can better understand other people. You don't have to agree with them, you just have to understand that their issues are probably very different than yours, or you might have very different views on the same thing, okay? So we have, with the spiritual AF cards, we have worrying is a negative prayer. Okay, so we have that. We have the secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. Alright, that happens to a lot of us. We're only human. And then we have look at the fucking moon. The constant, ever-changing moon. Okay, so I feel like you might be actually, you're not feeling this whole situation with everything going on, and I'm right there with you. I'm just like, it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, I shake my head more than I should. I feel like that's the only exercise I get on a constant basis, like, oh no, they did it again, shaking my head, but yeah, I'm right there with you. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with, and a lot of stuff people don't understand. Like, it's like, what are you talking about? But it's, people would lose their heads if it wasn't screwed on. Like, seriously. But anyway, the first card is going to be love theme. Your love theme is going to be the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a swift activity, a sudden progress or movement, hasty movements, achievements, too quick or easy to assimilate, or I would say assimilate, but yeah. Then we have the love challenge. We have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is home, hearth, serenity, in a familiar place. All that comes with family and friends. Someone looking out for your best interest. So there's somebody here that kind of oversteps their bounds in certain instances. It could be a partner, spouse, a parent or parental figure, or some type of family member. I feel like it's, they're kind of overprotective of you to some degree, and they might say or do some stuff that kind of puts you on the defense as well. So it's always some duality there. So there's something that's really kind of making you agitated, and it might not be making a whole lot of sense at the moment. Okay, so we have number 3. Number 3 is your lesson in this relationship. We have the Devil in reverse. So freedom, bailing out of a bad situation, receiving help, overcoming obstacles, spiritual understanding, beginning on a path to enlightenment. So there's something here that's kind of giving you the red flags. But I feel like you're kind of going to kind of see it in motion. Like everything that this person believes is totally opposite of you, or it's kind of mashing up to making sense to why certain things are happening. Okay, so I feel like it's all coming together. But it may have taken a while for you to see it, okay? It doesn't happen to most people, but I feel like everything is kind of making sense slowly but surely. And everything's playing back in your mind like, oh, that's why that happened, and that's why that happened, you know, it's very odd. Alright, so their lesson in this could be your partner. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is sorrow, often widowhood, intelligence with the knowledge of the darker side of the world. One who has gone from happiness to failure. So this could be an older person. I feel like this is somebody's grandmother. Or it could be somebody's mom or something. But this person's kind of like really giving you like big old hints and a lot of help, you know. And you might have not seen it as that before. You just thought that they were nagging, but now it's like, oh, they were right. They were right. But yeah, it might have taken longer than expected. Okay, so number 5, we have Growth Zone. Growth Zone is the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is a great triumph, a victory, good news with far-reaching ramifications, expectations rewarded, and hope. So there's hope here for this relationship, but there's also probably something more that's going to happen. There might be something else on the horizon for some of you too. So there's kind of like your ships come in, you know, that type of thing. Anyway, number 6, we have sex and romance. So we have the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is censorship, bad news, temporary bondage, a person dominated by another person or by a situation, making one's own prison, sickness, conflict, or a searing disaster. So there's something here that is probably your sex life. It's probably very different from the persona that you put out there. But, yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. I think that was your writing prompt for this week. So, you know, it all comes together some way, some form. Anyway, we have your channeled messages. We have reinventing yourself, success and communication, a perfectionist, being appreciated for who you are, hoping for the perfect family or the beginning of a perfect family, or you have a perfect family. It could be any of those. A successful organizer, so somebody might organize houses for a living, or they might kind of be one of those people that likes to clean house and make sure everything's organized. It's either their house or other people's houses. So, feeling stuck. It can also mean the seeker is dealing with some type of deception currently, so there's something here that's not making a whole lot of sense. And then we have a wanting to be popular, trying to be cool. I have never met a Libra who is cool, just so you know. They're more like very hard on the sleeve type people, so they want to have people depend on them or be like that sweetheart amongst friends, you know. They don't really strike me as the cool type. Usually cool means that you're fighting against the system and you're doing all these things that would be more to the point of not being popular ideas. So, you know, but yeah, I don't think a Libra can be 100% popular. They can have like, you know, that sidekick effect when they're popular, but I don't. They have to be friends with like a fire sign in order for that to be possible, I think. But yeah, it's kind of a weird weird all around thing. But anyway, we also have willpower of doing the right thing the first time. So you're more like a ne'er-do-well. Like if you did something wrong, you'd probably apologize for it very quickly. But I don't feel like a Libra would kind of be cool doing that. So people would probably see you as a snitch, so they couldn't have fun. Anyway, just word to the wise. If you want to be cool, you kind of have to stop everything that you've been doing up until now that was lawful and conformity. But it is what it is. Anyway, Libra, hopefully this helps you out to some degree, and hopefully if you want to be a rebel, you can just use the journal prompt to actually fit your fantasy of being popular or being a rebel or whatever. But for the most part, I've never seen a Libra son that was popular. I've seen him more of the sidekick, alright? So, Anyway, hopefully this helps you out, and I will see you in the next reading, alright? Later.